Call the meeting to order. Could I have a roll call, please?
Belsley.
Here.
Dobb. Hare. Herman. Kaufman.
Here.
Newhouse.
Here.
Rainson.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Someday I'm gonna. There are no public hearings, and no special presentations. Would anyone in the audience like to make a comment? Would anyone in the audience like to pull something from the consent agenda? Would any of the trustees like to pull something from the consent agenda? Can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second. Any questions? No, sir. Would you call it, please?
Belsley.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Newhouse.
Yes.
Rainson.
Yes. I have a few items. First item is to approve the budget for fiscal year 15-16. We reviewed the budget at the last couple of meetings. We need to approve it now so the administrator can move forward to prepare the appropriations for May. As you know, the appropriations set the actual limits beyond which we can't exceed the budget. Can I have a motion to approve the budget?
So moved, Your Honor. Second.
Second by Kaufman. Moved by Newhouse. Any questions? Call it, please.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Newhouse.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Rainson.
Yes. Also, I would like to appoint Nellie Richardson. Nellie Richardson will serve a 3-year term on the Tourism Committee. Nellie, as you may know, owns Pro Body Solutions on Main Street. And she hosts the Muscles on Main Street competition every year. Nellie has also purchased the old Pizza Hut building for renovation out across from Field Mall. She's married to Dr. Richardson, owner of Health Solutions at Gold's Gym. Could I have a motion to approve Nellie?
So moved.
Second. Second by Newhouse. You call that, please.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Newhouse.
Yes. Rainson?
No, you don't have to vote on this one.
Oh, gosh, I wanted to. I'd also like to reappoint Nathan Dominigini to an additional 3-year term on the Tourism Board. He was, as you know, editor of the Morton Times News. He's now office manager of Home Instead Senior Care, and he's been involved in tourism for some time and other volunteer activities around town. Could I have a motion to approve?
So moved, Your Honor.
Second. Second by Belsley. Call it, please.
Newhouse.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
I have a reappointment of Mary Spar to the Zoning Board of Appeals. Mary has a bachelor's degree from Bradley. She has a master's from ISU. She's done graduate work in historic preservation. She owns commercial properties in Morton and manages them. She teaches at the University of Illinois Extension. She's also on the Business District Commission, and she was chairman of the Pumpkin Festival Committee for about 12 years, as I recall. Could I have a motion to reappoint Mary?
So moved, Your Honor.
Newhouse moved. Second. Second by Belsley. Call it, please.
Belsley.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Newhouse.
Yes. Village Clerk.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Village Administrator.
I have 2 transfer requests tonight, Your Honor. First off, I would need to ask for a transfer of $16,000 from the General Fund and $4,000 from the Water Depreciation Fund to the Capital Projects Fund.
So moved.
Could I have a second?
Second.
Second by Belsley. Any discussion? Call it, please.
Kaufman.
Yes.
Newhouse.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
And then, in addition, in the past, if you remember, we have had designated funds that we have purchased capital items from. And based on a recommendation from our auditors, we are going to eliminate that process and actually purchase any capital assets from the actual fund that's utilizing the assets, such as the general fund or water fund. And at the current time, we have money that is remaining in the general fund's vehicle fund, and then a building addition fund that also belongs to the general fund that I would like to transfer to the general fund itself so that in the future those funds can be available. That is $310,000 for the vehicles and $200,000 that's in the building additions fund. We can leave these in designated line items so they will remain separate, but then they will be part of the general fund so that the auditors will be happy when they come.
Any discussion on this? Yeah, this will eliminate a lot of the transfers that we have to do all the time, too. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second, Belsley. Moved by Kaufman. Please call a vote.
Newhouse.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Kaufman.
Yes.
That's it, Your Honor.
Chief of Police.
I just want to make the board aware that Blessed Sacrament Church has requested the use of the village streets for their 11th annual community walk run. They've submitted all the necessary paperwork on this, and I would move that we allow this again this year.
Do you need
It's
a
on
motion
the,
to do so?
No, they've approved this in the past, and this is more just to advise the board that they're going to be utilizing the streets, and that'll be the 25th of April.
Any questions of the chief?
I was just going to confirm, these are the streets immediately around the church and school property, so the public
Yes.
knows, and that day when it's busy,
Yeah, and it doesn't take
most of the morning probably.
an hour
Okay.
at tops, and then they have activities there on their parking lot behind the church and school.
Anything else, chief?
No, sir.
Corporate counsel.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Director of Fire and Emergency Services.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
The Director of Public Works couldn't be with us tonight, but he did ask me to mention to everyone that we've been working with IDOT and their contractor, Millstone Weber, to finish up the work as quickly as we can on Jefferson. You may recall we're doing some modifications where the old tunnel used to be. And the Director of Public Works has been trying to get that work done before we start on our modifications at Detroit Street, so we don't have everything all blocked up. So April the 20th, we're going to begin finishing the work where the old tunnel was, and it should take about 3 weeks. And the director asked me to share that with everyone. Planning and zoning.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Trustee Belsley.
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Trustee Kaufman.
Just a couple items. Remind the citizens for the spring yard waste disposal program is again this spring, next Saturday, April 11th through Sunday, April 26th. Be open from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. daily out there on South 4th sewer plant. And all the same rules apply, and we want no garbage outside the gate when she is closed. And then also, another information item, the week of April 27th through May 1st is our scheduled bulky item pickup throughout Morton. So again, that bulky item is April 27th through May 1st, and it'll be on your regular scheduled day of pickup. But you need to have the items out to the curb by 6 o'clock. Excuse my voice. But items that can be in the bulky are such as doors, windows, mattresses, furniture, carpet, wood scraps, but you have to have it bundled in less than 5-foot lengths and less than 50 pounds. And items that will not be picked up are tires, paints, batteries, electronics, computers, and yard waste or hazardous waste. So if you have electronics you need to get rid of, you can drop them off daily at Grimm's office. If you have motor oil, you can drop that off there. Cardboard, those items can be dropped off daily. So again, May 27th through May 1st. We'll ask that to be on the TV, but you can also call Grimm's office to get more information. So that's all I have, Your Honor.
April 27th, right?
Correct, to May 1st.
Trustee Newhouse.
I have a little list this evening, Your Honor.
The first item is Resolution Number 2614. This is the authorizing agreement with the Apostolic Church that proceeds from the discussion we had one or two meetings ago. To refresh everyone's memory, the Apostolic Congregation will build a new church off Veterans Road at the, what I've called the rear, or the west side of Thornridge. And in similar cases, whether it's a church, a restaurant, a housing development, a business entity, whatever it is, when there is construction or new development that necessitates a road or the expansion of a road, there is a presumed requirement for participatory financing. There's a determination of the public good, and some portion of that cost is borne by the village in the interest of the public good, and some other portion of that cost is borne by the entity as part of their responsibility. In this case, the agreement requires that the church pay for the engineering cost, as we discussed previously, as was proposed. The village and the church then split the cost of the road construction, which will include turn lanes in both directions to accommodate the traffic that's likely to occur at that intersection. And just as background, we talked about the traffic study that the Superintendent of Public Works conducted. You could almost make a case that we don't need to do the turn lanes at all, but not quite. And if you look at the potential development from Thornridge and other residential development back along Veterans Road, there's a pretty clear case that says we need to make this investment. And this, in my mind, is an appropriate agreement between the church and the village. So I will move approval, and on second, we'll take questions if anybody has them.
Could I have a second, please?
Second.
Second by Belsley. Any questions for Trustee Newhouse?
I was just going to note in the agreement, just so it's maybe of interest to the public, that as we approve this right now, the actual construction for those improvements isn't until next year.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
The design services will be done this year, and the bidding and the awarding of the work and actual construction being done next year.
Correct, and we'll go into next year's budget, so we won't incur a cost against this in the current budget, to my knowledge.
If there are no other questions, can we vote on this, please?
Belsley,
Yes.
Kaufman,
Yes.
Newhouse.
Yes.
Rainson.
Yes.
Okay. The next one's maybe a little simpler. We have a petition for a rezoning and special use to allow fuel sales, Casey's store, at the corner of Detroit and Jefferson. That petition has been reviewed by the Plan Commission with the recommendation for approval. Basically moves that site from I-2 to B3, which is consistent with the other use adjacent to the east and west, or well, will be to the west, and to the north and south. So it's an appropriate rezoning and an appropriate special use. So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Call it, please.
Kaufman,
Yes.
Newhouse,
Yes.
Belsley,
Yes.
Rainson.
Yes.
Okay, and we have then, next item, again, to refresh everyone's memory, you remember that we, after discussion, sent to the Plan Commission and approved a process for allowing what is now defined as a supported living facility. The site in question is at 111 East Jefferson. You may remember Mrs. Colby spoke to that. It's been reviewed again by the Plan Commission and recommended for approval with a special use, which I strongly support and recommend approval. So moved.
Could I have a second?
Second.
Second by Belsley. Any discussion? You call it, please.
Newhouse,
Yes.
Belsley,
Yes.
Kaufman,
Yes.
Rainson.
Yes.
Last item, Your Honor, in front of each of us is a preliminary and final plat for the Casey's subdivision. That's the site of the construction. Been through the appropriate process with the village. Curb cuts have been identified and examined, and the site approved. Recommendation of approval from the Plan Commission, and we just need to approve it here. So moved.
Second.
Second by Kaufman. Any discussion? Call the question, please.
Belsley,
Yes.
Kaufman,
Yes.
Newhouse.
Yes.
Rainson.
Yes. Anything else, trustee Newhouse?
No, sir.
There being nothing else, we have no closed session. No matters to consider from a closed session. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Got the move and seconded by Belsley. Call it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.